Did you know that there is a secret society in Paris that exists specifically to break into historic monuments, not to damage them, but to repair them? And it's not until after the fact that anyone even knows they were there. So who are these people and why do they do it? Honestly, they're very secretive, but here's what we know for sure about them. The group is called UX, short for Urban Experiment, a secret society who have spent decades preserving and restoring historic spaces around Paris. Among them are artists, engineers, and historians who help with this task. One of their most famous repairs was done in 2007 at the world-famous Pantheon, where they broke in and restored the broken clock, built a hidden workshop behind the Pantheon's walls, wired in electricity, and spent a year repairing the clock in total secrecy. When they anonymously reported it to the police afterwards, the government tried to prosecute them, but the case was dismissed because France technically has no law against breaking into a public monument. The judge in the case even called it stupid. And that's not the only mission that they've taken credit for. In 2004, the police found a fully equipped cinema underground, complete with a projector and a fully stocked bar. But when the police came back a few days after to investigate, all of the evidence had completely vanished. And all that was left was a note that read, "Ne cherchez pas. Don't bother looking for us." But how are they able to do all these acts completely undetected by law enforcement until after the fact? Here's how they do it. Their first documented heist on record was in 1981, when 6 teenagers broke into a government building to steal the maps of the Paris underground. If you're familiar with Paris, you probably know where this is going. Think about it. The Paris catacombs have thousands of tunnels underneath the streets of Paris and are almost entirely closed to the public. And frankly, unless you really know your way around, it can be deadly down there. So these stolen maps help them to navigate underneath Paris completely undetected. UX claims that they have restored medieval crypts in Paris, World War II bunkers, even forgotten subway stations, sites of historical relevance. Not just that, they are well organized too. There's the Untergrunter, the restoration team, responsible for the Pantheon clock, La Mexicaine de Perforation, responsible for the underground movie theater. There's even an all-female team called the Mouse House, who specialize in infiltration. But why do it? Why put themselves at risk in such a big way? Well, UX is saying that they're doing what the city of Paris won't, preserving its neglected beauty and history. And for the most part, many of the members do remain anonymous. If they went public with their identities, they could risk legal persecution. But here's a twist. One of these criminal restorers, Jean-Baptiste Viau, was actually hired by the French government to restore the same Pantheon clock that he illegally restored 11 years before. So by that logic, does that mean that the difference between vandalism and heroism is just giving your audience time to react? But what do you think? Are the UX heroes? Are they vandals? Or maybe something in between?